Hey, what's going on, man? Goose here, man. Coming back at your video for the video. It's been a while since I've done the video. But yeah, there's had some Saints news that popped up the last several days. Uh, yeah, Saints. Of course, everybody and I never might everybody might not know this, but the Saints, yeah, they're in salary cap hell. They've been kicking the can down the road so much, down the road, and now they're coming towards the end of the road, and you can't kick and there's nowhere to kick the can. There's nowhere to kick the can. It's just uh, they're at the end of the road. Now they got to make moves. They're like what 90, I don't know the figure, $95 million over the cap when the season ended, or something like that. So there were moves that they were going to have to make, and of course they cut Jared Cook, and then they cut Josh Hill, which Jared Cook. Jared Cook was wasn't a fan favorite. Wasn't a fan favorite. Just because some of the just the big turnover he had against Tampa Bay was big, but just never really lived. I don't think he ever really lived up to what us Saints fans hoped that he would become. I never really liked the way he caught the ball and the way he carried the ball like a loaf of bread. I never liked that. But uh, so yeah, so Jared Cook and also Josh Hill are gone. Josh Hill was a serviceable tight end, but I guess they're counting on Troutman to be you know uh, to be that guy. And they've also restructured some contracts. Andreas Pete, Malcolm Jenkins. They restructured those two guys. Um, a lot of people are getting restructured because the Saints have to get under the cap. Uh, let's see, there was yeah, Cam Robinson and Demario Davis, two other guys that got their contracts restructured. What's that mean? I mean, does it mean that they're gonna get less money? No. And they might get less money per year, but they're still going to get whatever the contract says that they're going to get. They're still getting that money. Now, some might be moved to a signing bonus, roster bonus, whatever the hell it is, but that's just what that means. But today's news was Emmanuel Sanders got cut. Um, Emmanuel Sanders got released, and also Quan Alexander got released. Quan Alexander was not really much of a surprise because of his cap hit. He was going to. I mean, he was. I mean, the Saints weren't going to be able to pay him. That saves $13 million right there. Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, it's kind of surprising, but now when I step back and look at it, um, have a chance to really think about it, it's not really surprising, honestly. They got some young guys on the team: Traquan Smith, uh, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Marquez Callaway. So it's not, of course, Deontay Harris, another guy that that's the punt returner, but he's always hurt. So when you think about it, it's not much of a shocker that Emmanuel Sanders um, was cut, released, whatever you want to call it. So, but the Saints, I mean, they just I don't. I mean, they're still over the cap. They still have things to do. I don't know if restructuring all these contracts are enough. I know they're gonna have to restructure. Marshawn Lattimore is another guy that they're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do. Do they want to pay him top cornerback money? Because Marshawn Lattimore, other guy that they're gonna have to Ryan Ramczyk, another guy that they're gonna have to try to figure out what they're gonna do with Ryan Ramczyk. And what are they gonna do with the quarterback position? What are they gonna do about the quarterback position? Because right now, the only quarterbacks that are technically on contract for next year is Drew Brees and Taysom Hill. I don't think Taysom Hill's the answer for the future. I wanted to see what he can do, and we saw a little bit what he can do this year because he started a few games. I didn't really see much of a progress in those games. I mean, I know it's a small sample size. It's a very, very small, but I wouldn't feel comfortable going into next year if Drew Brees does retire, which I think he will, and Sean Payton comes out and says, "All right, Taysom Hill's our quarterback." I just wouldn't feel, I wouldn't feel too confident that would give the Saints the best chance to win next year. So um, so more moves are coming. I know a lot of Saints fans are talking about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. I don't even know if the Saints can even entertain offering him a contract. I don't know if we even have the draft capital to do it, to give him what they want. Uh, and I just don't know if we even have the money to work it out. But that's just what Mickey Loomis is going to have to decide if the Saints go that route, which I don't think they will. I think Russell Wilson's staying with Seattle. That's what I think he's staying with. What the Saints going to do, quarterback position? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you ask me what I mean, I don't think Taysom Hill's the answer. Jameis Winston, um, well, he's shown flashes in his career where he could be good. Uh, and he's shown flashes where he's just very inconsistent. So did they ride Drew Brees one more year? I mean, we all saw Drew Brees this year. He just really couldn't. He really couldn't stretch the field like you know, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. It is what it is at that point. So the Saints have made some moves, but curious to see what other moves they make here in the future. What do they do at Lattimore, Ramczyk? I know they're trying to extend Janoris Jenkins. Yeah, Janoris Jenkins. So and they also did a franchise tag on Marcus Williams. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, Marcus Williams, of course, he's a safety that botched the Minnesota Miracle play, but Minneapolis Miracle, whatever you want to call it. But using a franchise tag on him, I know a lot of other Saints fans don't like Marcus Williams, excuse me. But the Saints are very thin at safety, so I mean, I'm not really high on it, and I'm not really low on it. So I'm kind of in the middle on Marcus Williams getting getting the franchise tag because we're just. I mean, our safety position is very very weak, and bringing them back, you know what you have in them. That's what it's at on that note. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna let y'all guys go. And last, before I close, if you're new to the channel, if you're a Saints fan, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell for all notifications because come next fall, we'll be doing Saints games once again on here. Preseason, if they have preseason next year, hopefully they will. And of course, regular season, and the Saints are gonna look a little different next year. Uh, they're gonna look a little different next year. So just keep that in mind. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.